supreme in this state, but on this day, the Cards and the Cats on the gridiron for the vaunted Governor's Cup, and the attention of every blade of bluegrass will be right here. Welcome, everyone, to Louisville, Kentucky, L&N Stadium, home of the Cardinals. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a team from the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Cardinals will boot it away to start the game. Looking for blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wildcats offense is on the field for the first time today. When it comes to rivalry games, no matter what the records are, you can expect to see a good, tight, close game. Yeah, but sometimes you don't. Last year in the battle for the Bluegrass, Louisville jumped on top 20-0 and never looked back in throttling the Cats.
It's hard to win a game when you turn it over 5 times. And that's what happened with Kentucky. They were never able to get a rhythm on offense. And you add to that David Louisville running for over 350 yards. I mean, they dominated their in-state rival.
I think that's the most embarrassing part. Like, it wasn't throwing the football over the yard. It was I out-physicaled you. I out-toughed you. And Stoops has built his program on toughness and being physical. So for this to happen a year ago in this rivalry, I imagine they've addressed this, and it's a concern that they're worried about coming into this football game.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. The run from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. These two first met in 1912 and both have a rich history of stars. Johnny Unitas, Lamar Jackson from Louisville, Bear Bryant, and Tim Couch at Kentucky through the years. The rivalry is a great one, fellas.
That's a great list of people to think about in this rivalry. Obviously, it runs deep, and the uniforms are solid, right? Like bright red, blue on the other side, just a nice color clash.
Yeah, visually and optically, you're right. This is a very good-looking rivalry game, but it's also good on the field. There's a lot of talent assembled here today.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Hester. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. So Louisville's offense will get the ball for the first time. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Makes the grab. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Cardinals will send out the punt unit. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. He'll do it himself. Turning it on! And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Gonna sling it on 2nd down. Got his man downfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run, and this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Just a short pass to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Working that left side now. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
The Wildcats will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded, you were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play, get closer to the end zone, not start dancing and going the wrong way.
To the air on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on 3rd down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's 4th down.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Cardinals have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's Moss. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lacey. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Let's talk a minute about Louisville's new quarterback, Miller Moss. Last year, started 9 games at his childhood favorite, USC, before being replaced by Jaden Maiava. Now with the Ville, he fills a void and brings a gunslinger mentality, Jesse.
He has that gunslinger mentality. When it's going good, it's normally going really, really good, but he has to be able to avoid the mistakes. And let's not forget, he's got some pretty big shoes to fill, too. Tyler Shuck did some really good things for Louisville's offense a season ago. So for Miller Moss, a chance to rejuvenate his career and do it at Louisville.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
The Cardinals can really attack on this 2nd and short. Brown has it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Brown. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
And the Cardinals trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big 3rd down opportunity coming here. The sure hands, it's Lacey. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion, whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long, you're going to get the ball back, go get some water and celebrate.
They punted away on 4th down. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Throwing right. It's caught downfield. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And that's great defense to stop him short of the first down. It's so hard with a guy that fast to create the right angles, to make sure I keep the ball inside, and then everybody's got to run to the football. Great job by the defense.
Off the play fake. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Throws for the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
Kentucky sent out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
This defense has them them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Moss. Finds his man, it's Lacey. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
The short hands, it's Bell. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
Yeah, and you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
The Cardinals are moving quickly down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. And the Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Back to throw, it's Moss. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Hand off from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
And the Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And as a defense, you're happy with the incompletion. But, man, when you get to this guy, you want to hit him. But you got to get the quarterback on the ground. He does a great job extending the play. You gave him an opportunity to make a big play. At least the back end held up. But you got to wrap that guy up when you get a chance.
Hand off to the single back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Gonna let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Give to Brown. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Lacy. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield, it's Moss. Makes the grab, it's Lacy. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
Man, just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for 1st and goal.
Wide out trying to get it in. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it, matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the 1st down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
Quickly out to the tight end. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Leaves it with the running back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Wildcats come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's got it on the run. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
And with time running out here in the second quarter, the offense just going to take a knee. Don't want to risk disaster here. Make sure you go to the locker room with the lead. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Wildcats and Cards. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this fight between Louisville and Kentucky plays out.
Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Watson. And the returner will be brought down. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. So this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football away.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
They feed him again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Dropping back, it's Moss. Right down the middle. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Cardinals will line up to punt it away. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. He's got him. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Running back searching for a hole.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The pull and throw off the RPO. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. On this 1st and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Just 3 points on 3 previous red zone trips. The idea is to punch it in this time. Power ahead. Touchdown, Wildcats! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the 1st half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the 2nd half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Dropping back, it's Moss. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Got it in stride at the 15. Touchdown, Louisville! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a big play up top, going 63 yards to the house. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. He leaves it with the back. Breaks the tackle. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle. You saw it on that play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Unloads quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
They'll run the jet sweep, trying to spread this defense out. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, you just hold your breath every time this particular receiver gets the ball in his hands. Because of his speed, he's dangerous to score every single time he touches it. That time on the jet sweep, though, the defense did a better job playing team defense and getting him on the ground.
Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. Finds his man open. Turning it on. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He gets a block. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinals! That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. No, it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that one will put his name in the record books. You can't have a longer return in college football. 100 yards for 6. They're lining up to kick it off full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Flips it out on the screen. He's out past the 35. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate at throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Using the quick game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give to the back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They give it to him again. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Looking to throw, it's Moss. He tosses one high playing deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
And the Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. They'll start this drive from the 42. They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
The Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Power football with the run. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that 1st down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing, but you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Back to pass on 2nd down. With the catch, it's long. Breaks into the open. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
When the football is thrown accurately, where I can catch it and be a runner after the catch, it makes all the difference in the world. I can keep that speed up. Now I can break tackles like you see here and go make big plays for my offense.
Handoff to the lone back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll go right back to it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space on the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the fourth quarter.
If he can make this one, the lead will be 3. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They march 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. He'll pull it on the read. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Moss. He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link up. They try another shot down the field to no avail. That's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard.
Hunt is on its way. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. The give to the tailback. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for the corner on a jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
So many offenses do this, right? They run the jet sweep. This defense was more than ready. They see it all the time. They got the penetration. That play had no chance to be successful.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And it's not a surprise who they're throwing the ball down the field to. I mean, he's already had a great day. They're going to feature him because he makes plays over and over again. And then trying to take another shot to him down the field. If I'm the defense, man, I'm focusing on that guy. He's made too many big plays today.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And just a short, safe pass play, then pick up a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to throw, it's Moss. Got it in the middle, it's Skinner. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Backed up at the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on 3rd down to try to get a 1st down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
The Cardinals will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
2nd down, he'll throw it. That's caught. It's McGowan. Smashes ahead. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Runs through the tackle. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop. And that's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Lets it fly deep downfield. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Moss. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it! Oh, Moss! And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cardinals. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching his defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Lining up for the point after and the lead. And that extra point was good, and now they have the lead in the 4th. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Pulls and fires complete. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Louisville! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
PAT unit on the field. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Quick release on the RPO. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Complete to the right. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
The RPO, it's complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
The RPO fired complete to the left. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
How about the defense coming up in the clutch? I need a stop. They can go down the field and tie this game up. I'm in a tough situation. How do I respond? Forcing the turnover offense. Go do your thing. Get me a first down. Finish this ball game.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. To the air. It's Moss. Dumps it to the back. Caught, close to the marker, it's Brown. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Looking for room at the 30. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the 4th quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Maybe it was just in the cards as Louisville takes home this rivalry game, and they will bring the Governor's Cup home to the Ville. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.